All right, welcome everybody. We are very lucky today to have Ricardo Alfred, who is the chairman of TADCO, and Ricardo just told me that he's also a registered farmer in Tobago as well. Ricardo, welcome to the show.
Yes, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Tell us a little bit about TADCO and the work that you're doing.
Right. So the name of the company is called Tobago Agribusiness Development Company. We have various divisions. So I'm going to start with the cold storage. We have a very large cold storage. We have warehousing space in terms of providing storage for persons who have goods and stuff like that. We also provide commercial spaces for businesses and that kind of thing. We also have a feed shop to assist the farmers. We also have an ice bin and ice factory to assist fishermen or persons who want party ice and that kind of thing.
Right.
We also have a vessel called Capital of Paradise, which is a longliner vessel which we use to export fish.
Lovely.
So we use the fish with the local fishermen to make value-added products.
Lovely, lovely. And that sounds really, really exciting, you know. When I think about Tobago now, I feel like when I land in Tobago these days, and I've been to Tobago a lot more in the last year, because especially when we weren't able to travel abroad and so on, there's a lot of excitement. It's almost like, man, like from the time you land, there's an energy. People are doing things differently. There's a good vibe that's going on in Tobago. And then on our side, we look at some of the international projects like Berry Cove. We look at, when I go to, one of my favorite things in Tobago, every time I land in Tobago, when I go to the supermarket, what I always look for is the goat yogurt. And I can't remember the name of the farm that makes it, but I have a friend who is allergic to regular dairy. So he doesn't have any yogurt, but when he lands in Tobago, he gets that goat yogurt. And to me, that's a world-class product.
Yes.
That's a product that could be sold at a premium anywhere, in any supermarket, anywhere in the world. But one of the challenges that we also have in the Caribbean is to develop a supply chain that connects the producers to the consumers who will pay a premium for those products. And I'm assuming, when you talk about the infrastructure that you guys have built out at TADCO, the cold storage and so on, all of those things play a significant part in that supply chain. What is your vision for Tobago agriculture in the next few years? Where do you see, in particular, the fishing industry going?
Right. So you mentioned the yogurt and all these things. What we are doing in TADCO is in terms of building that agro-processor and building that farmer. In terms of the agro-processor, if they believe that they have a product that they believe can be on the world stage, we would definitely assist them.
Right.
And meet them all the way or half the way through contractual arrangements, of course, and get them to meet all of the Caribbean standards, all of different standards, and promote their product.
Right.
Right now, we are promoting a wide range of products. So we have things like smoked fish from the same bycatch and all these things. We have things like the waffle mix from breadfruit, sweet potato, cassava, tashine, all these different commodities that we are using to get it into persons' taste buds.
Right.
Because there's a growing trend as regards to the shortage of wheat. So by introducing all these alternative flours into the market and this alternative breakfast line, they get persons accustomed. So when this shortage happens, they will definitely have something.
And it's healthier. So
it is gluten-free and all this.
Exactly. So if you make a taste switch, then eventually for the long term, we should be able to get a health switch. You were telling me as well that you signed an MOU with Novo Farms.
Yes, so we have an MOU with Novo Farms in terms of billing capacity.
Right.
We are involved in the flour making, and through Novo, we have actually grown in terms of making that commodity, not just in Trinidad and Tobago, but globally.
Good.
So we're just right now building out some capacity.
Good, man.
What we are doing in TADCO as well is getting the farmers more involved in terms of providing them with a steady income.
Right.
By buying their produce on a more consistent basis. So we have actually engaged an agronomist to help them to increase the yield.
Right.
And that type of arrangement. And again, we have an MOU with Caribbean as well in terms of providing testing for the agro-processors.
Amazing.
And that kind of stuff.
Good. Whenever I go to Tobago, we have a family tradition. We are typically the morning after we arrive, we get down to Pigeon Point, early in the morning, 6:37, when the boats are coming in. And we look for three things. We look for a redfish, and the guys are there scaling the fish, deboning it, filling it in, and having it ready. Lobster, and then grouper.
Yes.
Right? And to me, I go to a supermarket in the US and I see red snapper and it sells for $25 US a pound. I'm seeing grouper selling for $20 a pound as well. Spiny lobster is amazing. It's ridiculous prices as well. But sometimes we forget how lucky we are to be in Trinidad or Tobago especially, and we get it for significantly less. But there's a real opportunity for Tobagonian seafood to be a premium product in supermarkets all over the world.
Yeah.
And again, there are some challenges with connecting the producers to the end buyers. Any ideas or any plans at TADCO to work on that?
So what we are doing, we have this vessel called the Capital of Paradise.
Right.
It's a very large vessel, can hold approximately about 10,000 pounds of fish. We export the tuna. So we go into deep waters, international waters, right within our exclusive economic zone.
Right.
And we catch tuna. Tuna is what we're looking for. That's
right.
That's where the forex is.
Right, the yellowtail.
Yes, the yellowfin tuna. So we actually catch tuna, export it, get some foreign exchange, bank it, of course, into further investment into the fish industry. The bycatch, which is anything other than tuna, things like kingfish, marlin, and all these different types of fish, we bring it back and give it to sell it back at a reduced cost to the people who are involved in the agro-fish industry.
Right.
So they make things like smoked fish, tuna ham, and all these different...
I've had the ham. Very, very good.
Yes. Yeah. The idea behind it was to build out those value-added products.
Right.
In Tobago and export it.
So where is your Tobago tuna going to?
Right, so the Tobago tuna is going to various persons. So there's persons in the States, persons all over that that definitely getting involved in the fish. Fish is a big commodity right now.
Of course.
We have this one vessel called the Capital of Paradise 1. The idea is to possibly get maybe 2 or 3.
Right.
To assist not just Tobago but regional persons. So we have a couple islands that we can export this fish to, but the real money or the real benefit to the agro-processor is in processing, the value-added things. So things like fish, very soon you're going to see some fish coming out of TADCO in terms of different slices with the different spices already there, just to put it in the pot.
Yeah, and you know, I think when people think about brands and countries, if I think about the best cars in the world, maybe I think about Germany,
Yes.
right? If I think about, trains and running on time and so on, maybe I think about the UK. But when people think about the Caribbean, what do you think that we could be world-class in?
Well, fortunately, I am involved in the shipping trade in a very, very large rate.
Right.
I am a marine engineer and a maritime surveyor.
Right.
In which I also have a couple of, a master's and stuff in maritime and port.
Right.
So in order for the Caribbean to see themselves as a global player, we have to build a value-added chain. So either we're using Guyana for raw materials,
right,
Trinidad and Tobago for logistics, Barbados and these other more tourism countries as a market to get these things out into the public and into the world.
Right.
But you have to build a global chain, a local supply chain.
I love it. I love how you're thinking about it.
So that's how we have to treat it.
Yeah.
In order for the West Indies or the CARICOM to be anything efficient.
I agree with you 100%. I think as well that when you go to the premium markets in North America, or even like the Far East, because now we are flying fresh fish from CARICOM directly into China and so on right now, right? And I really think that those premium customers, they will pay a premium and top for Caribbean fish.
Yes.
And Caribbean food. There's something about the Caribbean. Yeah, it is.
It's a brand.
It's a brand. And we haven't been able to leverage that brand fully to get that premium onto our products that originate. But when you think about food from the Caribbean, you think about fish from the Caribbean, anything from the Caribbean, people think about sun, sea, sand. There's a certain amount of joy that comes into their mind when they think about the Caribbean. So maybe drinking a coconut from Tobago will bring you a lot more joy than drinking a coconut from Thailand.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Different soil,
right?
Different temperatures, different environmental issues,
right,
can change your taste.
Of course.
So we definitely have to see the Caribbean. What we are doing right now at TADCO is seeing Tobago as a brand and trying to brand Tobago as a global brand.
Sure.
That made in Tobago is very, very important.
And it's a premium.
It is. Because if I were to give you a cassava or bread or avocado from Tobago, I know you would think it's something that is nourishing and full of stuff like that. So it's to put that brand now into a commodity and put that commodity into the global stage.
Well, brother, thank you so much. It was a real pleasure having you here. Looking forward to having you back on in the podcast in a few weeks' time.
Yes.
Love to find out more about TADCO, what you guys are continuing to do, and looking forward to possibly working with you as well on building out that supply chain.
I agree, man.
Thank you so much. All the best.